That was Alex Bregman after the Houston Astros won the AL West, capping off that sweep over the Arizona Diamondbacks as the Texas Rangers at the same time lost 3 of 4 to end their regular season against the Seattle Mariners. But they would go on to beat the Houston Astros in the ALCS in 7 games. And then they had a parade. That parade took place on Friday. There were lots of Astros fans online who were dumping on the location of the parade, the optics of the parade. Didn't exactly look like it was in a bussin' area for real. And no cap. I mean, what? They were all driving like pickup trucks. It seemed like a high school parade. I actually think that was a fair roast. But the thing is, they still won the World Series. And then Astros fans lost their mind when they saw Rangers shortstop Corey Seager say this after the parade.
I just got one thing to say. Everybody was wondering what would happen if the Rangers didn't win the World Series. I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know. Execution, copying that Alex Bregman line. Not great as far as timing. I also think that it's weird to bring that up, given that I don't think Alex Bregman was talking about the Texas Rangers. I think he was just more talking about all of baseball, hating on the Astros and their season this past year in general. But the amount of butthurt Astros fans that I saw after that video was ridiculous. When you lose, they get to do that. And I don't know if we need to go back to ancient times. You know what happened in ancient times when somebody won? When somebody won in ancient times, they got to do whatever they wanted to you. And I'm not saying, hey, we need to go back to the days of mass executions, torture, slavery. I am not saying that. But what I am saying is sometimes we need a little bit of historical context to realize that it is pretty lame behavior when a team's finally lost to try and nitpick the trash talk that they get to send your way no matter what. At least to do it publicly. You can think to yourself, oh, this wasn't as good as they thought it was. This wasn't as funny as they thought it was. But I'm going to tell you a story from history. Did you know what the Mongols used to do? Largest empire of the medieval world. The Mongols relished making examples out of their defeated foes. They were actually pretty chill if you just surrendered right away. People don't talk about that, but if you resisted, they would kill you horribly. After their victory over the Russians in the Battle of the Kalka River, captured enemy commanders were laid on the ground. A huge board was then laid over their bodies, over which the victors sat to eat, drink, and celebrate their triumph, while slowly crushing and suffocating the men beneath to death. That's what used to happen to the losers. I'm thankful that doesn't happen to the losers, but if the losers are going to chirp and talk and whine and complain, then I don't know. Mongols kind of had a point. That's a good way to stop all the complaining, huh? Pause pro-Mongol execution style when conquering a city. No. That's only when I play Medieval Total War 2, which I haven't played in a while. I'm just saying, you guys look lame whining about Corey Seager saying that, even if it wasn't the best delivery of that line that Alex Bregman had said not too long before.
I didn't think we would get Mongol sympathizer Paul Gallant on the show.
Many people many people will tell you, Sean,
forget that they're very peaceful, actually.
Sean, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, did you know that
built a lot of roads?
We talk about global warming all the time. Did you know that the Earth cooled during the time of the Mongols?
Why?
Because of all the people that died. But the Earth cooled, global warming. True? Mongols were conscious about it. A lot of people in 2023 are probably wondering, why are we conscious about it now? Mongols were. Very forward thinking. But again, that's sort of what a lot of
I forgot what the point. I was gonna make a Mongol point and then make an actual point.
What's your? Oh yeah, sorry, I talked over you because you were trying to talk over the Mongols. And being green. They were a very green empire.
Again, they didn't have fossil fuels.
That's true.
They had fossils that were walking around.
Yeah.
They were walking around. They weren't fossils yet.
I like it.
Oh yeah, the Corey Seager thing. I don't know. I thought the Bregman original I guess the Astros win the division. I guess we'll never know. I was like, I did not even register that as particularly good trash talk from Bregman or good it was the social clip. I was like, he's referencing a Kanye West thing from 2008. What? Why are we doing this? What? This is just a meme that he's now done out loud. And then for this to be some sort of rallying cry or at least a thing that gets brought up in the Rangers parade, I was just this is a whole thing. I'm people are making a lot out of this 10-second video. It happened. I guess we'll never know.
It happened. It sucks. Move on.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no point in allowing this to occupy your headspace. Here's a text from the 409. Astros fans being butthurt is ridiculous. Why would you be butthurt about your team living rent-free in the current World Series champs' heads? They won. Stop. The Rangers don't care that much. I get it. They brought it up. He thought he was being original. It was kind of lame. It wasn't that original, but it still happened. They still won. From the 713, why are you even playing that? That was a week ago. No, that was on Friday. You love dogging the Astros any chance you can. You are so full of bleep. My God.
For show.
No team, no show has kissed the Astros' ass at ESPN 97.5 more than this one. Shut your whore mouth. Another text. When the Assyrians beat an opponent, they would blind one eye of every soldier and settle them in a new land to prevent future rebellions. Maybe the Astros should consider themselves lucky they all still have two eyes. I agree, Eric the Driver. I agree with that.
If the Astros had done that, Corey Seager isn't talking at the parade then.
That's
one-eyed true. Corey Seager is, they probably didn't win.
He's like a pirate.
Yeah, they didn't win the ALCS.
Tab has a thought on managers. The first segment, I said it doesn't matter who the Astros hire as their next manager. I truly believe that. Tab, what's going on?
Not much. Look at the Rangers. 102 losses, 94 losses. Then Bochy comes in, and we beat everybody.
I get what you're saying, Bochy.
We won the World Series.
I get what you're saying about Bochy. I will say in the regular season, the Astros did beat the Rangers, but that is the kind of same loser energy that some of the Astros fans are operating with, getting mad about Corey Seager. I think what you got to realize, Tab, is that the Rangers also spent a ton of money over a 2-year stretch. We're talking close to $1 billion in total money that they gave out to players to improve the roster. So Bochy came in, and he did a good job of steering the ship, but when you add that much talent, the ship is pretty much predetermined where it's going to go. And I don't know that it was Bruce Bochy that was, even though he's won 3 World Series before this 4th one that he just won, I don't know that Bruce Bochy's really the one that's making this happen,
Well, once again, we'll agree to disagree. And about all the Astros fans being butthurt about Corey Seager, Astro fans talk more crap than anybody when they won.
You're right.
So they need to sit back and have an empty bag and be ready to take it all in when they get beat.
Tab's right. Sucks to admit, but Tab's right. Tab, we appreciate you, man. That's Tab, everybody, our resident Ranger fan listener. He's right. You have to just take it. You don't have to like it, but we were talking a lot of trash and being very condescending to the Rangers, were we not? I know I was. I killed them. Whoops. My bad. But you got to sit there and take it.
I don't think there's a time all year that we weren't condescending towards the Rangers. Even when they had a 7-game lead, we're still yeah, who cares? And then, obviously, the Astros came back and won the division, like Corey Seager will remind you. And then in the ALCS, I feel like it wasn't until game 4, game 5, where we were these are 2 evenly matched teams facing off.